Hello again, everyone, and welcome to this segment of One-on-One on Martin Falls. Today, it's not going to be a one-on-one, it's going to be a one-on-two. We have Timmy Dusenbery and we have Karen Nakan Dusenbery. They're going to be joining us. They're a married couple, in case you haven't figured that out yet in the audience. We're going to talk about their history in music and what they mean to the community, and we'll get a few stories along the way. It's all next on One-on-One. One-on-One is brought to you by the Law Office of Waits and Downer. Let me ask you, as a band director, especially when you're coming and you're listening, and by the way, I did call you up at the Civic Center, but you were outside taking a break.
Well, I couldn't get the bars.
Yeah, wanted you to see
That was not my fault.
So let me ask you, when you're sitting in the audience, and we're playing, or whenever Timmy's playing and you're listening, any band he's in, including Canebrake, and you're hearing the totality of it, does it drive you crazy that you're hearing a different thing than everybody else who's sipping on the margarita, having a good time? You're sitting there going, bass is too low. Well, Martin's mic's too high. Everybody, is that you?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not being critical.
You're trained.
It's just that happens because you judge all through your life, and you're listening. You got to tweak your band to make sure that everybody's blending and balancing.
So why
Everybody's
don't you
playing the
just
right
stand
notes.
up in the audience and go, Martin, your mic's too high?
Oh, no. No, never did that. Don't think I will.
Tim, does she give you constructive criticism?
Yes, she does.
He asks me every time.
Yeah, and
Y'all
do you
finish?
accept it?
I see you heard any mistakes or whatever, or,
And I'll tell him, well, this song, so-and-so.
or whatever, and
I said, but it's not bad overall. It's good.
Yeah.
It's just little
'Cause
glitches here.
But I don't hear bands that ever get it completely right.
I make it my own. I always did that. I make every song my own,
Yeah.
And
You make every word your own.
you always told me about
And
that.
Dwayne's laughing by camera because he knows Dwayne's in the
How
band.
many different versions?
He knows,
Must-
yeah. I mean,
Mustang Sally.
Mustang Sally, you've sang it 1,000 times. I've heard 1,000 different versions. It's funny to me.
It depends how you feel,
Yeah,
like,
it's funny to me, but sometimes when you see me, Brian, and Richard doing this, we're not criticizing, we're going, this is a new version.
another version. Yeah,
If you're going to make up a version, you got to go with it, right?
that's right.
Because most people in the crowd, they don't know you're making up your own version. They're just hearing
That's
the
it.
rhythm and the
Exactly.
word. Yeah.
And they're having fun.
You just got to roll with it, huh?
That's it, Martin.
Can you see yourself doing anything else, Karen, as far as, did you have any, you said you wanted to be in sports, but did you ever have an inclination as a kid to be a nurse, a lawyer, a doctor, or whatever? Or was it always music?
Not a nurse. Blood and I don't get along, neither do needles.
Okay.
So, no, I don't see anything else. I mean, if I wanted to, I could. In fact, I was a secretary for 3 years, an office manager at Dr. Angeron's office. And I loved it. It was fun. And then Vanderbilt called me back up when David Boudreaux got there and said, look, we need an assistant.
Yeah.
I need a good person that I can trust and do what has to be done. And they knew what I could do. So thought about it for a while. I said, okay, well, I'll try it and see what happens. And just took off like a shot.
Yeah. Which Dr. Angeron, wasn't it? Too?
Michael.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he was awesome.
So let me ask you, Tim, not only did your family, the immediate kids, get into music, but Michelle and everybody else kept that legacy going. That was a strong legacy, wasn't it?
Definitely was. I was blessed to have mom and dad for parents. They drove us good with the music. I mean, thank God for that.
When you think of families that didn't act like they were poor, and I'm not saying y'all were poor, but with 12 kids,
It was tough.
yeah, they were making
worked
it, and then
hard.
one-on-one, they made it clear that y'all had to cut a lot of things out your life. It's not what you want, it's what you need.
Right.
And she made that clear, but there always seemed to be a richer side of the family growing up that y'all got that maybe a lot of other people that had a lot of money never got.
We were blessed that you brought us up the way we did. Trying to think of the right words to say right now, but Mama was a firm believer, strong with Jesus, okay? And
Yeah.
she pushed that in us.
You still carry that today. Because every time I talk to you and Karen, there's always a religious overtone that either
thankful.
Yeah, probably
Very
ends the conversation.
We bless, Martin. We definitely.
And I see it in the interview. Our parents meant so much
Yes.
to us. And when they're gone, but don't you still feel them around all the time?
Love never dies.
Yep.
Yeah. And then you'll do things like those commercials on TV.
Yep.
You'll do something and you go, well, wasn't that just like Papa Gene
Exactly.
or Wilma?
Yeah.
You catch yourself going, they used to do that.
Yeah.
Or a mannerism.
Oh, yeah.
Or like I told y'all today, I didn't sit there at my desk and go, let me wear these black frame glass or dark frame glass. Eugene False used to wear them. So I guess you gravitate to what becomes familiar
Yeah.
Exactly.
with it. And y'all have done that quite a bit.
For all of your cases, including those with catastrophic significance, call Waits and Downer Law Firm.
What was some of the family discussions like with
Oh,
12
my goodness.
kids? Come on, give me a good story.
We all went to California together, and we raised money to go to California. We sang at Disneyland. That was my cousin Clyde and Ronnie Fields and Phil Roddy. Phil Roddy played the drums and Clyde played the keyboard and Ronnie played guitar. So we all went up in different vans. We followed each other's caravan going, but it was wild.
What is wild?
What is
Describe
wild?
Vibe.
Oh man, Mama had a plan where we'd stay different places and we'd play for our supper and lodging, you know, and
Cool.
all the way to California. But we had some wild discussions. Somebody stole Mama when they got into Watts.
Well, that's LA.
Yeah, somebody opened the door and stole Mama's purse and took off running. And my little brother John, he's got a little pocket knife. He said, I'm gonna get him. So he's running down. I had to go get John.
He's in Watts, LA with a pocket knife.
Yeah, and I was running
That's
after
like
my little
shooting
brother.
a BB gun at an
I
elephant.
knew, and I was running after John down the road. I went and get him and brought him back. You know, it's like he was all, you know, we just one of those things. You know, we weren't exposed to that kind of stuff back then. You know, but it got kind of crazy. I don't want to go too far into that, but
y'all had a good
we
time.
we were blessed. I'm talking about even the little bitty incidents. You know, we had some great, awesome times.
You bring up Watts. When I was editing Nutrient Man and had to go to Los Angeles, the only thing I remember Mom telling me, besides good luck, be careful, is don't get lost in Watts, LA. And I said, why? She goes, don't get lost in Watts. Daddy said, yep, she's correct. I'm at a red light and I'm lost in Los Angeles, 2 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
And I remember rolling my window down and asking a man at a gas station. There were a bunch of people around a barrel that had a fire. Said, can you tell me where I'm at? He goes, you're in the wrong place.
Oh.
I said, where's that? He said, you're in Watts, LA.
Oh, no.
I went, okay. So I looked to the right. Funniest thing, there's a van next to me. The director of the movie, who's meeting me in California, is lost to in Watts, LA, and he's right next to me at the red light.
Wow.
Fate would have it, you
That's
know?
wild.
You know, when you talk about the Dusenbery singers and all, when y'all started, did y'all know y'all were going to be so beloved in the community, or was it just something that grew?
It grew, boy, that grew. Mama always wanted to give talent. She was like that. It's a gift from God, give it back, you know.
Yeah, and it
But
grew.
it grew. It kind of got bigger than we all expected, you know.
Did everybody stay in their lane?
No. I kind of backed out and I started my own band when I was about 16.
Yeah.
I was surrounded by girls all the time singing, so I said, I want to play some rhythm and blues. I fell in love with rhythm and blues, you know.
Right.
So every night, man, I'd get my little bass and practice my bass, and Mama would say, it's time to go to bed. You got school tomorrow, you know. And then, but anyway, started a band at 16.
What was the name of the band?
The Emeralds.
The Emerald.
We had 8 horns, and we played the KC home, and the place was actually, when we were, back then it seemed like it was a big place, but now it looks like your front living room, you know. But we'd pile all that, all the band in there, we'd play and blow the walls down, and people loved us.
Yeah.
We were kind of like ahead of our time back then, you know, with a big horn section and playing Otis Redding and Knock on Wood, all that stuff. It was a blessing. I did that. I kind of veered away from the family for a while. Then I got back with them after a while. You know?
Right. But y'all brought people from outside into like Whalen, Thibodeau,
Whalen.
Cookie Domain.
Yeah.
And so your mom always was looking for a little something to infuse the Dusenbery.
Yeah. Whalen especially, when Whalen started playing with us back down to La Travaille and all that. What a talented
Jimmy
guy.
Southern too.
Jimmy Southern.
Yeah.
Jimmy Southern. Yeah.
Karen used to get Karen to do we'd be playing on Sunday afternoon after we'd eat. We'd play on the front porch. And he was at what song was it he do?
It was the Hound Dog song.
Hound Dog song.
Yeah.
And boy,
I don't
he'd be
even
playing that riff on the banjo, man, he'd go, bark like a dog, bark like a dog. And she,
And I do it for him.
Go ahead, Karen, do it.
Oh no,
Yeah, Karen, come on, just one.
I don't even know if I can do it anymore.
Well, that's all right.
Yeah,
Give it a
Chihuahua.
shot.
No, it wasn't a Chihuahua.
What was it? A
like,
collie?
Yeah, you're
like
right.
the old hound dog going through the marsh. You know, we died laughing.
So when was you like, you ain't nothing but a hound dog?
no, that
Yeah.
wasn't it. It's
That
just
was-
something like
It was a
the
song,
dog
it was a Cajun song.
Cajun song. I
I
don't
can't
remember
think
what
of
it
the
was.
name of it, but
Is
But
it
it
called
was
Bark
cool.
Like a Dog?
No,
it's
the
it was
old
like
hound dog song.
he started running after some rabbits or something.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the hound dogs start barking, and he'd be playing that.
And then he'd
she'd
say,
do it
"Don't
for
do it." Says I do it. And the audience would have a kick out of that.
Wilma
one.
loved that when you
Oh
do
yeah,
that.
yeah. She was funny.
Wow. Maybe we need to put that in the repertoire. And then Karen could come up at the
the hound
appropriate time.
dog.
All my buddies at high school knew I could bark like a dog, so they had me go up in a crowd, and I started doing German Shepherds, and everybody turned around.
Now you know why we do the one-on-one show.
Yep.
So we can find out the integral parts of somebody's life.
Hey,
For all of your cases, including those with catastrophic significance, call Waits and Downer Law Firm.
How have y'all been able to keep the enthusiasm? Because I imagine, Karen, when you're dealing with a lot of students, they got to pack up the instruments. Y'all got to relocate. When you're doing a community band, you got to set everything up. I remember when y'all came in here and everybody set up, it takes so long.
Yeah.
Timmy, when we play, and it's not so much the setup that's grueling, it's the breakdown.
Yeah.
Because you're tired.
Yeah, you give everything you got on stage,
Yep.
and you leave it on all your talent, and then you wore out, and you don't feel like picking the stuff
So
up after.
let me start with you. It's grueling. People don't realize you don't get paid to play. You get paid to set up and break down.
Exactly.
So you really got to love to play.
I love it. It's always been in my heart. Same way with Karen, and with you too. It's like
yeah.
Oh yeah.
we leave it on the stage.
But I hate the breakdown.
Oh, that's terrible.
The stages, and your
I got you.
back's aching and your feet hurt.
Back in the day, we'd have to carry those Hammond B3s. I know Dwayne knows much
Oh,
about this.
Lord.
Yeah.
They weigh 400-500 pounds, and we'd have to bring them things on stage. It's like you dreaded picking that up after the gig.
So maybe there's a sponsor out there that can pay for us to have some roadies.
I hope so. If you're out there, we and also she needs you need what you need.
Oh yeah, we're getting uniforms next year.
Oh, really?
First time the school ever had uniforms. The band, my band's awesome. I love all my
Oh, she's
kids.
done a
They
great
deserve
job.
a lot. I wish I could give them the world, but I don't.
Y'all
have the
won a
money.
lot of awards too. Huh?
So far, yes, we've been getting better and better, and people are getting their little trophies and
Yeah.
their medals and stuff. We had Soul and Ensemble this year, so they
Yeah.
really. But I could see the potential in those kids when I was sitting in their band. When Mr. Potter was their band director, he'd come and ask us to come fill in for some stuff. And every time I'd sit by a different person, I'd either play bass, clarinet, or saxophone or something else, and I was like, man, these kids are good. They're good. I mean, I was like, none of them were backing down. They were playing.
You got
and I
some
was
heavyweights in that
Oh,
band.
I've got some
Please
talented.
tell me his first name wasn't Harry. Please tell me his first name.
No, no. His name is Steve.
All right.
He's a
Steve
sweetheart,
Potter,
nice
not
guy.
Harry
yeah. Nice
But
guy. Yeah.
But,
So as we look back, and I tell you this show flies. We got a couple of minutes left, and I'm gonna ask both of you this question because I expect a different answer.
Okay.
Don't listen to her answer, Timmy. Give me the
Yes.
same answer.
all right,
So Karen, if I got everybody involved in your life that's been instrumental in your life, and I get Timmy in the room too with him, and I say one word I want y'all all to describe Karen. What's the one word you would hope they would use that sort of encapsulates your whole life?
I would hope it would be, God's light shining. I know love.
Love.
I guess, yeah.
Love. Okay.
Yeah.
Love's a good word. All right, Timmy, if I got Karen in the room and I got Wilma and Jean and all of those that have passed, but then I got all the ones that are still around that know Timmy. And I got, like I said, everybody involved in it. And there was one word that they would use to describe Timmy Dusenbery. What would it be?
Friendly, I guess.
Yeah.
Friendly, and like she said, I'm not gonna copy, but it's all about love anyway. That's
Yeah.
the whole thing is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Friendly is a good word.
yeah.
Timmy is a friendly guy.
Oh, he
There's
is
no
a
doubt.
sweetheart.
And Karen has a lot of love. And just as we close, give me some of the people you played with over the years.
Okay, we got some wild stories we could tell you, but anyway, Percy Sledge was one that I really enjoyed working with. He liked my bass playing, and we were playing a gig one night, and she said, "I'm going to go here." We had the casino playing, boy, we're all up there in tuxedos, and so on the break I walked down, and I go to the table where Karen was sitting. She says, "You didn't play like that, did you?" I looked down and she says, "Your pants are unzipped." And my white tuxedo shirt was sticking out. And I said, "Oh my God," So I said, "No," but my bass was hiding it. It was
Yeah, the
behind
whole
my
time.
bass, the whole time. And
That was funny.
it was
That
funny.
so
But anyway, I
funny.
got to play with Percy Sledge. I got to play with a bunch of people out of New Orleans,
Gene,
Ernie Cato, Gene Knight, the Dixie Cups, different people like
Frankie.
that. Frankie Ford. That's
Madonna.
Yeah,
Madonna.
Madonna.
I played for my junior prom.
Yeah, Madonna. I got to play with Santana, which was really cool.
Yeah,
I
That
got
was
to
fun.
jam with them.
That was cool.
That's big time.
And the Drifters. Who else?
Cane Breakers.
The Cane.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's number one. The Cane Breakers.
Emeralds?
We got a good band, brother. We got.
Well,
a
I'm
good
glad when you
Oh, yeah.
played for Percy Sledge that you brought that small bass with you.
It was lucky I had that Fender. Yeah.
Anything goes on
Oh,
101.
Lord. Anyway,
Well, I want to thank both of y'all for coming. It took long enough to get
I
you.
we
know.
appreciate you having us.
And I
Martin.
appreciate what y'all do for
Can
the
I say one
community.
thing?
Absolutely.
I love my principal. I love my school. I love my kids. I just want to shout out to them.
And
Oh, yeah.
And we're looking for donations for the fundraisers for
Yeah,
our
we're
band.
a small school, so if
And-
anybody can donate some stuff
Yeah.
to us, it'd
They
be
need
great. Or
uniforms
be a
for kids,
sponsor,
and they
that would
need
be
to
great
fix the
too.
instruments and stuff.
Yeah.
We appreciate anything anybody
Yeah.
could do. It's
Yeah.
all about loving music.
Yep.
Well, once again, I want to thank y'all for what y'all meant to the community
Oh, God bless you,
in a
brother.
bunch of different ways. It's not just about going out making a living. Y'all all going beyond the call of duty. So thank y'all. And I'm glad we finally got to chat on 1-on-2.
And I'd like to say something to you. You're doing a wonderful job
Yes.
for our community,
Yes.
brother.
Oh, well,
thank you for
thank
doing
you
all
so
this
much,
with
man.
everybody. It's awesome.
We all try to honor our parents, right?
Amen,
Amen.
bro. Amen.
All right. I know my mom's watching.
Oh, we love
a
Miss
big fan
Lorraine.
of y'all.
Hello, Miss Lorraine. We love you.
Yeah, she's a big fan of y'all. So thank y'all for coming.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
brother.
All right.
For all of your cases, including those with catastrophic significance, call Waits and Downer Law Firm. This one-on-one program has been brought to you by the law offices of Waits and Downer.